Welcome to the Childcare Director's Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you're a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Saccoccio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Childcare Director's Chair.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Childcare Director's Chair. I'm your host, Erica Saccoccio, and today we're going to talk about money. Yes, money in your childcare center. Now, I know, we got into this field because we love children and not spreadsheets. But here's the truth. The money side of your center, if it's not solid, it doesn't matter how loving or creative your program is. A struggling business just can't service families for long. I can remember when we opened up our second site, it was so close to the time we opened up our first. I think there was maybe an 8 or 10 week gap. You know, we were so focused on the learning experiences and the environments. It can really take a lot of money really quickly. If you don't have a budget, then you might find yourself scrambling to make payroll or pay taxes or, something that you weren't really considering. So today I just want to walk you through the money basics that every childcare leader needs to understand to lead confidently, protect your team, and keep your program thriving. If you want to be a strong leader, you need to know your numbers like you know your kids' birthdays. Every month, sit down with your financial reports. The big three are your profit and loss statements. Your profit and loss statement is going to show you your revenue and your expenses. And are you actually making money or are you losing it? And you need to look at this every month so that you know what decisions you have to make to move forward. It is not good to look at it quarterly and then you're like, oh my goodness, and there's something you could have closed up, 2 months ago. Also, your balance sheet. This shows what your business owns and what it owes, your assets versus your liabilities. And then cash flow. This shows how money is moving in and moving out, because profit on paper doesn't help if your bank account is empty. And too many owners practice what I call bank balance accounting. They just open up their banking app and they see money sitting there and they assume everything's fine. But that balance might be spoken for in future payroll, rent, insurance, and especially insurance right now. So you have to really know what's truly available for you to make decisions. Now, budgeting is your financial roadmap. Budget is not a restriction, but a roadmap that tells you your money is where it is before it disappears. So it's really important that you are able to start by listing all of your fixed assets, like your rent, your salaries, your insurance, and then your variable costs, like your supplies, your food, field trips, and be honest what things really cost. And then, are there things in there that probably shouldn't be in there that are personal items? You want to be careful of those too. And building a buffer for a surprise, because we all know that HVC units go. Licensing comes in early. 3 teachers all decide to move to Florida the same week. All those things are really the life that we're living right now. I'm in New England. We're getting ready for winter. The HVC folks come out at least once or twice to fix something or do maintenance or, some unexpected thing that happens. And budgeting doesn't have to be fancy. It could be something simple. It could be a simple spreadsheet or a software. The point is to just check it monthly and adjust where things need to change. And if you are doing it on a spreadsheet, again, that's okay. But having some type of software that can help you at least understand the money that's coming in, like Jackrabbit Care does a great job with letting me know what tuition's been paid, what tuition's still open, and then moving forward with getting those gaps closed up. And pricing and tuition. We have such a hard time in this area. Stop undervaluing your services. It really is one of the most powerful things you can do as a leader is to charge what your program is actually worth. And for so many of us, we set tuition rates by looking at what the center down the street is charging. Stop that. Instead, figure out what the costs are for the care that you provide on one child. The wages, the benefits, the supplies, the curriculum, the snacks, the admin hours. I mean, I could go on, but everything. Once you know what your real cost is per child, add in a margin to ensure that you're sustainable. And yes, you should raise your tuition each year, even if it's just a small percent, even if it's 2%. It does help you stay ahead of rising costs. And when you increase rates, it leads to transparency. Explain what families are getting: high quality staff, safe environments, enriching programs. People don't mind paying for value, but they do mind paying for chaos. So make sure that you're letting people know when you do these increases where that money is going. Now, cash flow is king. It is the heartbeat of your center. You can be profitable on paper and still go broke if your cash isn't managed. So watch out for those seasonal dips, like maybe summer enrollments drop or families take long vacations. We offer up to 5 weeks vacation at our school. I know some of you think, oh my God, that's crazy. It's just something that we've always done. And honestly, it is an amazing selling feature. Now, plan ahead and save during your busy seasons, because we do have those too. And that will help cover the lean months. So when cash flow is good, make sure you stockpile some and do it automatically like you do for yourself, right? Put some in a savings account that just goes right in there, a high yield or some other place where your money is generating you more money that you don't have to think about even touching or doing anything. It just automatically happens. And always aim to keep at least 1 to 3 months of operating expenses in that savings account for that emergency cushion that we were talking about. It definitely will help you sleep better at night, and it keeps those small emergencies from becoming full-blown crises. And I've had them. I have had them. Yeah, there was a period of time where the payroll system went down in our state, and we didn't get paid for several weeks. And it became a real problem, which almost put us out of business. So make sure you have some emergency funds there. And if you don't measure it, you can't improve it. So knowing your financial KPIs and track it regularly. Here are a few numbers that you want to keep on your radar. Staff to revenue ratio. If you are overstaffed for your current enrollment, you need to fix that. You also have to understand your occupancy rate. How full are your classrooms on average? You can have 14 kids on paper, but if you're averaging 8 a day, there's a problem. Now, your accounts receivable. This is another place where we struggled for a while. But how much unpaid tuition is floating out there? And I know, we are all very heart-centered, and people will come in and tell you their struggles, and, you wait another week, and then you wait another week, and then you wait another week, and then all of a sudden they've pulled the kid out, they can't pay you. So don't do that to yourself or your family. You deserve better. So I know we all fall on hard times. Once in a while, a small leniency, you can pay me on Wednesday instead of Monday, but you can't run a strong business by doing that on a regular basis. And what's your operating margin? After you pay all your bills, what percent is left as profit? So review these every month, and don't wait until tax time to find out that you're bleeding money. And speaking of tax time, we're getting close to that, right? We're in September. It's really time to start looking at your financial planning if you haven't done that already. And, get on the phone with your tax consultant and make sure that if there's things that you have to do to help cut back what you're going to pay in taxes, that you do it now. Now, get help before you're in trouble. You don't have to do it alone, and honestly, you shouldn't. So a solid bookkeeper and accountant are worth their weight in gold, especially the ones who understand the childcare world. And that is really important. They can help you catch issues early and guide you on things like taxes, payroll, cash flow planning. And if the numbers make your eyes glaze over, hire a financial coach or a business consultant, because asking for help is a sign of leadership, not weakness. So remember, staying on top of your money isn't just about surviving. It's about building a program that lasts for decades. So that's it for today's episode. I really want you to keep this in mind. Money isn't the enemy of your mission. It's the fuel that powers you. You can't pour into your program if there's no money and your cash flow is empty. So thanks for joining us today on the Childcare Director's Chair podcast. Big shout out to our friends over at Jackrabbit Care, one of our amazing sponsors. The link is below. Set up a demo. Take a look to see what they have to offer. They can really help you stay on top of your ratios, your classrooms, your wait list, your money coming in, money going out. So, give them a shot. Again, jackrabbitcare.com. And as always, until next time, lead boldly, love deeply, and run your center like the powerhouse it's meant to be. Have a great day.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Childcare Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Saccoccio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.